Hey everyone, today we're going to dive into something that's absolutely critical for building great AI agents, the art and really the science of making your prompts better and better. So let's explore how we can go from just writing prompts to actually cultivating them. Okay, first things first, and this is a big one. You have to get this idea out of your head that you're going to write a perfect prompt on the first try. It just doesn't happen. If you've ever felt that, that frustration when it doesn't work right away, you are not alone. That whole idea of a flawless first draft, it's a total myth. The real work, the fun work, it starts right after you write that first version. So, to get past that roadblock, we need a whole new way of looking at the problem. It's time to stop thinking like an engineer and, believe it or not, start thinking like a gardener. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, on one hand, you've got the engineering mindset, right? You build it once, you make sure it's solid, and you walk away. It's a static thing. But here's the thing. An AI prompt is not a bridge. It's much more like a garden. You have to constantly nurture it. You have to prune the bits that aren't working, and you have to encourage the parts that are. It's a living, breathing thing. So yeah, this is your new job description. You are the gardener. You're the one responsible for the ongoing health and the performance of what you've created. And trust me, once you adopt this perspective, it changes everything. Okay, so we've got the gardener's mindset. That's great. But how do we actually, do the gardening? We need a system, right? We need a structured way to test and improve so we're not just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. And that's where having a clear framework is a total game changer. A really solid approach boils down to these 5 simple actions. For every single test you run, you need to be crystal clear on what you're even testing in the first place, what you're putting into the system, what you hope you'll get out, what actually came out, and, this is the most important part, what you changed because of that result. And when you put it all together, it looks something like this, a simple testing log. This little table is so powerful because it transforms the whole process from just random guesswork into a real systematic framework. Every test, every failure, every win, it's all documented. It gives you a clear history of how your agent has evolved. Think of it like your gardener's journal. So you've tested for all the obvious stuff. Things are looking good. Now, it's time to level up. Seriously, the best way to build a really robust agent is to proactively try to break it. You have to find its weaknesses before your users do. And this practice actually has a name. It's called red teaming. It's a critical step where you literally switch hats. You stop thinking like the builder and you start thinking like an adversary. Your whole goal is to get creative and find all those little hidden cracks in your prompt's logic and its safety rules. This usually involves a few key techniques. You start asking questions like, can I jailbreak this thing to get around its safety protocols? Or can I inject some new instructions that totally override its original purpose? And my favorite, what happens if I just feed it something super weird, something totally unexpected? This is where you find the real vulnerabilities. Okay, that's enough theory. It's great, but let's see how this all comes together with a real-world example. We're going to watch this whole framework in action as we test a customer support agent. So here's our test case, a genuinely frustrated user. I mean, you can feel the anger, right? This isn't a simple question, it's layered with emotion. How should our agent respond? This is the perfect stress test for an agent's emotional intelligence and its ability to handle nuance. And it failed hard. We expected some empathy, right? And offer to maybe talk to a human. Instead, what we got was this generic, totally unhelpful answer that completely ignored the user's frustration. The agent heard the words, but it completely missed the emotion. And our framework, it caught this failure perfectly. So what's the solution? Do we panic? Do we throw the whole prompt away and start over? Nope. Remember the gardener's mindset. We don't rip out the whole garden just because of one weed. We just need to prune and adjust. The fix was actually a really targeted, simple change. And here it is, the fix, logged perfectly in our journal. We just added a single new instruction to specifically handle user frustration. That's it. This is that iterative loop in action. You test, you find a failure, you figure out why, and you make a precise little change to fix it. Beautiful. And this really brings us to the most important takeaway of all. Building a truly great AI agent isn't a project that has an end date. It's a journey. It's an ongoing process of continuous improvement. You are always testing, always learning, and always iterating. So, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. Your agent might seem perfect today. It might be handling every task you throw at it. But a garden is always growing. New challenges, unexpected inputs, those are like weeds. So the real question is, what weeds are you going to be looking for tomorrow?